I'm here this evening or this afternoon with the lovely Miss Amy.
Hello, everyone.
Cece,
Hi, Amy.
the lovely Cece.
Hey. Hello.
The lovely Jin.
Hey.
Hello, how you doing, folks?
Hey,
Nice
Jen.
to see you all again.
And the extra
Yes.
special lovely Virtec and his sax.
Hey, Virtec.
Hello.
Hello. All right.
I do
my
other
brother.
things. Hey, Cece, man, how are you?
Good.
And Jin, hello.
Nice to, all the way back from fresh from Glastonbury. Huh?
Yeah, oh God, that was a go, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yesterday, that was great, wasn't it? Let me just say hello to the lovely Amy first.
Oh, hello,
Yes.
Virtec. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's bloody hot here.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's a melting day today.
You know? Oh, bloody
Oh, so
hell.
you're getting the heat now because we had it for 3 days, 3 straight days of 97 degrees. I mean, it was just horrible here in New York.
Yeah, we had that
I just went out and bought 3 liters of coconut water.
Good idea.
Great. Yes.
Yeah, Glastonbury. That was amazing.
Did you go then, Virtec?
No, but I know Jason of the Disbury family who was filming.
Yeah, I got an invite like Saturday afternoon. It was a bit late, really. I was doing something yesterday, but yeah, I'm really glad they had a great day.
But I've always modded for him for years, you know, so I sort of turned up to mod in the chat.
Yeah, because
it's great.
Because you know, Glastonbury was cancelled, wasn't it?
Well, the actual
Glastonbury was cancelled, wasn't it? The actual live concert for the second time.
Well, I went to the first 2 or 3 Glastonburys and they were great. And then as soon as all the money and the fences came in, I gave up with it. It was such a different vibe then. You know, like everything else had got taken over by money.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I just wanted to say one thing before we get into this. I did say it before, but I'm really pleased that we're all here together. It's not that easy. There's 2 people in America, Jin's in Japan, and obviously me and Virtec are on the same time. But Jin has to get up at it's about 4 o'clock in the morning for you, isn't it?
Oh, Jen, I tell you, 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's 4:15.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So I didn't go to sleep. I haven't gone to sleep.
Oh,
have you got to go to work tomorrow? Do you have to go to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I almost said.
That's why I had to go. I go to the laundry first of all, very early and get that sorted out. So the kids' stuff are ready, everyone's stuff's ready for school and whatever, you know, sports and whatever other stuff. And that's got to be done. And I like to do that in the morning, so that early in the morning, so that there's no one around. I can just get it done. I don't like being around with sleepwalking women. You know, what I mean, leaving trolleys and things all over the place, not thinking common sense because they're sleepwalking.
Do they have Chinese laundries in Japan? Jin, do they have Chinese laundries in Japan?
Oh.
Chinese laundries.
Yeah, Jin goes to it very regularly.
Speaking of, they actually use German equipment. They're not even using Japanese stuff. German equipment is what they use in this laundry.
Huh.
Yeah, all the machines.
Yeah.
What, Miele? Is that French or German? M-I-E-L-E.
That's French.
Is it French? Yeah.
That sounds German, yeah. Oh, could be right then.
Anyway, Cece and Amy always get the best time. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's quite a good time, isn't it?
That's right.
It's not bad.
Right.
You know? I mean, hey, you know what? I sympathize with Jen because I'm up sometimes at 4:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work, and I mean it just sucks.
Yeah.
So you know, cheers to you, Jen. Thank you for joining us. I mean, this is absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
You know.
Yes.
Yeah, cheers. You're welcome. I enjoy it. So you know, really. It's an enjoyment.
Yeah, we all love this hangout, don't we? We love coming together. We love it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I just hope you're able to post this after what I have to say.
Uh-oh.
What's
Yeah.
that? Please?
I mean, come on. You want to get me started? You want to go? Do you want to go? Let's go.
Yeah,
Come on.
see,
Let's get it going here.
Oh,
all right.
right.
This is fucking bullshit here in New York.
No,
all right.
you know-
These fucking trained rats. All right. I mean, okay. Sorry.
Were you going to
CC.
mention Bo Jiden? Were you Bo Jiden?
Oh, forget him. He's a puppet. I mean, I don't even call him that.
They all are.
I mean, every single one of them are puppets. I mean, it's like, where is Biden? I mean, it's like, where's Waldo, for Christ's sake?
He's over here with Boris, with Boris down in Cornwall at the G7 thing.
Oh, fuck. It's just unbelievable. It really is. But you know what? I have to kudos to people in New York. They're finally trying to take their face mask off, and I think that's why they took my last video down, because I mean it's like training a dog.
Yeah.
You know, I mean it's like all right, take that face mask off. All right. They're a little scared.
I know.
Yeah. New York was
tentative, right?
Oh, we're the last on the list in terms of, you know, I mean, this was over 4 months ago, 6 months ago, literally. But, you know, the stores are trying to still implement that, you know, a diaper on your face or whatever you want to call
That's
it.
what Russian did, called it a diaper.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Face nappy.
Yeah. And you know, it really.
Virtec, I don't wear one because Virtec gave me a nice little sign, didn't you, Virtec? All laminated.
Oh, that's so good.
I haven't. I don't even know what a mask is.
Yes.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
But it's it's been a bit weird when you get on the. When you get on the bus and you're the only person on the bus without one, it's sort of. But I'm actually hardened to it all, and I'm big and old, and people leave me alone.
Yeah, Virtec's a giant, aren't you, Virtec?
Well.
Yeah.
Say how tall you are, Virtec.
I was looking at a picture of myself and Dave Murphy's the other day. I was like, no wonder he always looks scared of me. He's
How tall are you, Virtec?
6'4.5" and shrinking. Yeah.
James
You're
Bond.
taller than that, aren't you?
Okay.
No,
I
I'm just
remember
6'4".
you as giants, Virtec.
Well, that's because you're a midget.
I'm 5'6". I'm not that small.
Hey, don't make
Well,
fun of our midgets here. I'm only 5'8", 5'7".
Are you, CC?
Are you?
Yeah.
That was 5'8". Yes.
I look taller in my car. I guess. I don't know.
How tall are you,
Jin? How tall are you?
How tall are you?
Jin.
Oh, I'm 5'8.5".
Someone.
Oh, so you're all
right.
a load of little midgets.
5'8.5". I'm a 5'8".
Right, that's it. I'm off.
But it would make a beautiful picture, though. You know, I mean, with Vortex right in the middle and all of us right around. You know, I mean that really would just be an excellent picture. All of us.
Vortex. It's amazing. I like in chats and things, I've got 6 letters in my name, Virtec, and in chat I'm like Vortec. It's amazing how many ways people misspell my name.
Yeah, I know. I have
to think
about how I spell your name as well.
Is it Vortex or Vortec or
Virtec?
Virtec. Virtec. Okay, excellent. There we go. Okay. Well, of course, I'm Chris from New York, Westchester County.
It's short for virtuous technician.
Oh, cool.
Gosh.
Well, actually, I've had that moniker for years because I was into 3D back in the day.
Oh,
And,
this is a good thing. I'm glad you brought this up. You see, now this is the thing that I had on one of my last videos, is when I took the panhandle, and you can see the sun. You know, I mean, well, not the sun. It was a light spotlight on top of my in my kitchen, and it actually made like a holographic image in there. I mean, it's old school shit. I mean, we've always seen this, but I mean, if you really look at it, I mean, it's like a 3D image. That's the whole thing. I mean, we're covered with a dome. I mean, we're definitely. I don't know where the sun is. I want to say it's local.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know, Karen, you say it's only like 5 or 10 miles away, and then you're probably right. But I don't know
Well, actually,
exactly.
the clouds, and I've seen the sun and the moon below the clouds,
Yeah.
are only about 400 feet up, but the sun is higher than the clouds. It's in the middle of the day and that. So.
excuse me, Cece, you're not one of these flat Earth people, are you?
I got some bad news for you. Holy shit. Yes, I'm a flat earther. I discovered the truth many, many years ago.
Actually, it's funny because I've been doing a lot of modding and sort of in American and English chats. And it's funny how, people can be doing all sorts of political wrangling about this, that, and the other. But as soon as anyone mentions flat Earth, everyone goes, flat Earth. And I think,
right.
It's still, even though, they're
hey, Virtec, the laugh is on them. The laugh is on them.
No,
That's
but
right.
even baby truthers, are woke to what's going on. They still don't, And sometimes, that's a really good person, and then they say planet, and I go, oh God.
There we go. You live on this spinning wet ball, floating through space. I mean, but I mean, really think about it. I try to get people, and I was there. I know. I was so there. I mean, I was the person who would have fought any flat earther about this, but when you finally realize the fucking truth, and you realize everything that they're saying is just not possible. It's
Right.
not fucking possible. It doesn't. There's no way. We live on this freaking flat land, and it's great. It was a little sun, and I mean, the eclipse itself, right there, says it all. What are the chances of something being the same size? Okay, I mean, two planetary
I know.
systems.
Everybody says
I mean, come on.
The moon can't go in front of the sun. Caused the eclipse the other day. It had to.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Well, according to Jay Tolman Media.
Yeah.
Jay, does anybody know?
Yeah, I'm just going to agree with you, Jin, as it says on my Flat Earth track on my channel, which is all Jay Tolman Media's movies, which he kindly let me use.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah. What more proof do you need than that, for God's sake?
Has everybody heard
his last video?
Sorry, Jin.
His last video calculated the distance to the moving sun. Okay, he's calculated the distance, and he worked it out to be about 4,000 miles. Okay, you need to watch that one. Jay Tolman Media. Tolman Media 1, yeah.
It's not that far away.
Well, he just came out with a new one, actually, I think today or yesterday.
Right, so the one before that one then.
Where you could see like 1,200 miles.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah,
I've seen that one.
1,200 miles.
That's a re-release.
You've got to start seeing a curve, and it's flat as a pancake.
Yeah, absolutely. Where is the curvature in that? Come on, man. How can you?
So
how can you be living on a ball?
I've had this idea. I'm almost thinking that maybe we should crowdfund it and get it together. But there's this GoFundMe at the moment. They're trying to raise $100,000 to build this machine, that will show it's flat on Earth. But if water's not involved, it's silly. You know, because water is always flat. So
Right.
I've got this plan that if you've got this huge big industrial drum of a tube, maybe 2 or 3 miles of just rubber tube, and you fill it with water, right? And then you get one person on a beach, and then you get a boat to row it across about 3 miles to an opposite
you're moving
beach.
around.
Sorry,
Yeah,
am I hot micing? Sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You row across about 3 miles to another beach and take the tube out there, and then just have a little see-through bit of tube that you jam on each end. Then if you fill the tube up with water, you could put a little line on the see-through bit, and just like a spirit level, you could spirit level across that 2 or 3 miles of ocean. And and it's just ultimate proof right there. And all it needs is a drum of rubber tubing.
Cool.
Why why has no one ever done that?
Yeah. Good point.
I don't know, Virtec.
What do you reckon, CC?
Yeah, that was too easy. Too easy.
Yeah, well, it is. It's so bloody easy. But don't you think that would be a really good experiment to do?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, I had the mic off. No, that's an excellent experiment. I mean, it's simple. I mean, all you have to do is just go 3 or 4 miles. On most of the lakes here in New York, they're got to be at least about 250 acres, of land, and just take 2 mirrors. I mean, you're talking about.
But there's what as soon as it's as soon as you get mirrors out, then you get refraction and all this stuff that they'll go on about. But a spirit level, everyone, most big, huge buildings, they don't use lasers to level it up. They use a tube with water in it.
Yeah, no, they do. It's a spirit level right there. Exactly. Yeah.
So you just make it much.
D-Marble took it on a plane. Do you remember? D-Marble took it on the air on the jet airliner. Do you remember? Domestic airline in America. D-Marble. He was in the newspaper, British media for that. Do you remember? 2015,
no, but just a tube with water in it. Everyone wants to get so complicated. How much would 3 miles of rubber tube cost?
Right.
50 cents. I mean,
no, it might cost you 10 grand or something. But...
yeah, it's a lot of money. I'm going to spend 10 grand on that. Then I'm not going to be pushing 10
No,
grand
but it's not as much as all these laser experiments they get into.
Well, no, the lasers are not. They really don't work. I mean, because remember, a laser, it opens up and it widens. After a couple of miles, so it's really not significant.
CC, no, let me just stop you there. In the Flat Earth Discord, where I belong, where I'm talking about Flat Earth every day, or every other day. Now, they've in Denmark, I think it is, in the Scandinavian, they done a 24 miles, 41 kilometer laser beam test. And this special laser beam they did, it didn't widen at all. Focused blue beam all the way for 24 miles.
Wow.
Well, that's the problem. It's still not going to wake people up, though. Yeah, no, it has, and and that's a lot of money, to get a laser that's got that precision,
It's like laser guided weapons.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're talking big money for that. For something simple, just to wake up one of these sheeple, I mean, it's almost like nursery school. Really, I mean, it's like you take 2 freaking mirrors, and I know, Virtec. I understand the,
Virtec, there he goes again.
Virtec. But I mean, I understand. I mean, the refraction and all that other nonsense is something that's a problem. But I mean, just to wake up a simple person You know that, hey, look, it's not curving. There's no way we're in a container.
But what's wrong?
I mean, that's basically
What's
what we're
wrong
in.
But
with
listen,
Virtec?
photographs aren't
Virtec,
completely
what's wrong with
completely
Virtec?
right, but their photographs show you there's no bending.
There's nothing.
Right.
We've already sent cameras up 150,000 feet, and the horizon is eye level. It's all eye level. I mean, no matter how far you go up. I mean, look at the horizon. It's at eye level. I mean, that right there within itself would say, now something's wrong here.
Exactly.
I tell you what, I
20 miles up, and it's still level.
I was watching this little yachting channel, and on the little intermediaries between each section, they had this sort of a 3D thing of these boats just sailing between these islands with palm trees, but they ridiculously had put this curve on and it was so ridiculous, and the water, it was just sticking to it. and I thought even on a sailing channel, they've got to rub it in, in the intermediary bits.
Yes.
You gotta love that fisheye lens.
Oh, God, it's pathetic.
Yeah.
They've got to keep the senses, haven't they? That's what they're doing.
Well, at the moment, there's, I don't watch TV, but I hear there's so much space lettuce and rubbish going on. Did you hear Jeff Bezos and his brother are meant to be actually taking a trip to the moon next year or the year after?
No.
Oh,
next month. Hang on. On July 20, next month.
Okay, all right, Jake. I'll get in there.
July 20th. Mark.
Yeah.
That's Jeff Bezos' brother, Jeff Bezos himself, and today a third person who paid $28 million to go on this trip.
$28 million. I thought it was only 3.
Yes.
Wow.
No. 28. This anonymous person, this anonymous bidder, bid $28 million. Okay, they're going to go on the July 20th. They're going to 62 miles up. And then come back down. It's going to take about 11 minutes, 10 to 11 minutes. It's costing $3 million a minute. $3 million a minute.
Have they taken an effect about the Coriolis effect? So when you go straight up and you come back down, you should drop off in China.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it sponsored by Airfix?
Called the rocket ship is called
Airfix, mate,
New Shepard. The rocket ship is called New Shepard after the American astronaut. What's his name? Something Shepard. The first American to orbit, well, to go into space, basically. First American after Yuri Gagarin. So Yuri Gagarin supposedly was the first. Alan Shepard, that's it. Alan Shepard, that's the name.
Alan, yes.
Yeah, Alan Shepard, yeah, that's the guy there, right? So they've named the rocket ship after him. And the company who's doing it all is Blue Horizon, I think they call it. Blue Horizon.
Unbelievable.
And guess what they said? Guess what he said? He said, Jeff Bezos said he wants to go up there so he can see the curvature of the Earth and experience weightlessness for like 3 to 4 minutes. 0 G.
Oh wow!
He could take the vomit. He could take the vomit plane up there.
The vomit comet.
Yeah,
that's what they're going to be doing. That's what they're going to be doing.
Exactly.
Look, how can you go up in a look? You go up in a rocket. You're going to go 60 miles, right? The whole thing's going to be over in 11 minutes. They said 10 to 11 minutes. It's over. I can't believe it can be that quick. Come on.
Yeah. Not only that, that'll cost you $28 million.
$28 million was the bid. $28 million.
That's great.
The person who made the bid hasn't been announced yet. It will be announced in a couple of weeks, they said.
You see, and then they fight us. You know, that this is the problem. They fight us. Why don't you go down to Antarctica? You know, why don't you go up into space? Because they've made it to a point where no, we can't make our own rockets. We can't go down to, a flat land down in Antarctica. We can't go travel around and walk around with the penguins or whatever the hell you want to do without being chaperoned. I mean,
Right.
it's all been contained, and they
Also,
did this.
rockets are outdated nowadays. They're using other schemes.
Yeah.
I've got news for you on the rocket front, right? But let me just finish off with this Jeff Bezos. So now that Jeff Bezos has really joined the liars of the space and the curvature of the Earth now, I have decided, this was last week, Tuesday, I decided to no use Amazon. I'm not going to, you know, I needed to get some pedals because my pedal broke on my, the ball bearings fell out on the pedal on my mountain bike, the Hummer. It's 11 years old. So I could have got it on Amazon, pretty cheap, but I decided not to do that. And I went to the local bike shop and I bought my pedals from there. I'm no longer using Amazon for anything because why would I want to support a liar?
Yes.
Why am I giving him money?
I agree 100%.
Yes.
I mean, really.
Yeah, no more Amazon for me.
too.
Yeah, got to stop all this supporting
Yes.
these multi-millionaire. You know, I think he's what? Has he got $800 billion or something?
Oh, I think Amazon is in the trillion right now.
Yes.
I mean, really.
Well, you heard my theory about these billionaires.
Right.
These billionaires are just parking the money because they've been printing it so much that if most of it wasn't parked up in Bezos's bank account and other people's, there would be such inflation that everything would go wild. So they're parking the money to hide the fact that they're printing it all.
Right.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, look at the stimulus packages that have been coming out. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense for anybody to even go to work.
Yeah, the stimulus packages, it's disgusting.
No, I mean, really, I mean, if you think about it,
But that money comes out of your birth certificate money, so it's not really coming from the government. It's coming out of your bank account that you've got in your name.
Your money.
Well, you know, I mean, it's almost like
money anyway. Yeah.
Exactly. But it's almost a perfect scheme, though, because I mean, if you look at it, they're taking $8 out of our paycheck every day for NASA. You know, I mean, at least in the U.S. So they're giving back money to the U.S., to the citizens that are here, and you know, I mean, it's almost to a point right now where a couple right now would be making almost over $80,000 a year for not working, combined income. You know, so why would anybody go work at CVS or work at you know, I mean, really, what is the point?
Yeah.
They want to keep us out of work. They want to keep every small business. They just want to tighten the load. I mean, okay, Walmart, Rite Aid, CVS, pharmacy, which is now, and it wasn't. CVS was originally just a little store you go in and you buy paper towels in. You know, now it became a pharmaceutical company. You know, Walmart became a shopping area now. I mean, who would ever go to Walmart and shop for food?
Right.
I mean, really, think about it. I mean, would you buy something from Walmart? I mean, you know, with like food or cereal or meat or anything like that? But that was the whole part of the plan. And they did this 4 years ago. And that was because of the entire lockdown. They knew that was just part of the plan. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, they knew it was coming. They were prepared. They were prepared. Yeah. They knew what was happening. Look at Amazon. Amazon was ready. Yeah. Look, he's going to go to space. He's already part. Listen to what he says. In fact, each of you a question here. If you had $800 billion and you're going to make a will, CC first, what would you do with the money? You're going to make a will. How are you going to do it? What are you going to do?
Well, I mean, I would.
Yeah, what would you do? You're going to make a will. How would you? You're going to be dying in that. You know, you're going to pass on. How are you going to set your money up? What are you going to do in your will? Just quick, roughly, what will you do? You know, in the eventuality that you pass on, you don't want the government to get measly hands on it. Go on.
Go up to the hill with the big willow tree on, face east. Walk 3 paces and then dig.
Or farm.
With,
I mean,
with your money. Okay, what about
Well, you
Amy?
buried it there, haven't
Darling,
you?
what are you going to do? Go on, Amy.
Well, I would, my family, I'd leave it to my family, the money. You know, if, in my will, it would go to my family to make sure they were taken care of.
Yes.
You know, that would be
Yes.
the first
But-
priority.
Thank you.
I see
Thank you.
I
Thank
see
you.
where Jin's getting with this, though, because that's exactly the top priority for all these billionaires, even though they're just puppets, and these are not the people that are running the world. I mean, they have to provide for their family. They've got to provide for other generations after their generation to keep that going. And that's exactly what we don't know who's running this world, because it's generation after generation after generation of people who have never had to worry about money ever.
Yep.
And we're going back 300 years, 400 years, 500 years, I mean, whatever you want to call it. You know, I mean, we're going way, way back. These new billionaires now are nothing. They're elected.
But what I'm,
Yeah.
Cece, what I'm trying to say is going to shock you, but I want to get Karen's point as well. Karen, what would you do with the money? You know, you're going to be passing on. How would you divide your money, your billions of dollars?
I've already made a will.
Or let's just say, for the benefit of everyone listening,
You leave it to your
what
family.
would you do with the money?
When you do it, you can't just leave it to children.
Exactly.
You have to leave it
that,
to other
right?
people as well, in case all those people are in the car with you. So it's not just the people you want to leave it to, you have to leave it to other people as well, maybe.
Yeah, so for me, if it was at Virtec, I didn't get Virtec's plan. What would you do? Dig a hole, was that?
Well, I was basically
funny.
saying these days, you know, you need to bury your money. You know,
Right.
your
Yeah.
gold bars in a
You
hole.
change your icon.
It's me.
In the will would be the directions for how to go and dig it up.
Yeah. If it was me, you can be sure without a doubt that all my families are going to get sorted out from America, Africa, Japan. They're all going to get this money. And then the friends that I came into contact with whilst I was growing up, that helped me to be the person that I am today, they're going to get some money. Every penny would be accounted for. There'd be nothing that the government could get their hands on. That's a fact. Not one penny would they get. When they come and look for me, the money's gone. And as a gift, I'm buying you this house. It's a gift. It's a present. So it's
Well, you have to
I'm
do
not
it
giving
before
you
you
money.
die.
The tax man's not going to do it.
You have to do
Yeah,
it.
I'm going to do it all before I die. Yeah.
Well, and then you'll be homeless.
Yeah.
Really?
Die.
Not really? No, not really. No, I'm not going to be homeless. Come on. You know?
With my dad.
But guess what? Yeah. Go on.
You can make an arrangement with a child, like okay, I'll give you my house, but I'm allowed to live in it, you know, until I die.
Yes.
I think people do that. Actually.
Of course. Come on, man.
It's tricky.
Yeah, the government's trying to stop that. They're trying to stop that government.
When my dad passed, and he worked hard that we would get a nice inheritance, and guess what? We had to pay 33% tax, all of us, all three of us girls, me, my daughter, my sister. And he tried to set the will up in such a way that we would be taken good care of and stuff, but we had to end up owing so much money in tax that it was ridiculous. So
I would have left the country.
I mean, I was really mad. My sister was
mad
leave
the country. What?
You've
got to leave the country.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, go on.
I'll give you a little story that sums it up. A son goes up to his father and says, "Dad, I'm thinking of going into organised crime." And the father says, "Oh, really? Public or private?"
Right.
Oh.
Exactly.
You said that one.
Exactly.
You said that one. I love that joke. I love that one. Yeah. So now, Bezos, guess what he said he's going to do? He's going to give.
Breaking up, Jin.
Man with over 800. Sorry, yeah, he's going to give 90% to charity.
Well.
When billionaires start giving money to charity, then you get suspicious. You know, look at
Yes.
Rockefeller.
Of course.
Look
Yes.
at Rockefeller. Look at Gates.
Yeah.
They all disguise their devilish actions
Yes.
by saying, "Oh, look, I give all this money to charity."
Right.
Yeah.
well,
No. I mean,
the
it's
government
not only.
helped them. Go on.
No. What I was going to say, Jen. I mean, you know, I mean, look, exactly. I mean, look at Gates. I mean, look at all the money that he's giving out. I mean, you don't think they want to profit with that? Of course they are. I mean, that's the whole reason why they're giving it out, to bring it back in. It's just like the stock market. I mean, that's what they do. I mean, that's what these billionaires do, these trillionaires do.
I'll tell you what I've heard recently. Have you heard of what's his name? Davis Hanson. He's this history professor in America. It's quite famous. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm hearing chatter like that maybe they're going to throw Fauci and Gates under the bus.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to throw Fauci and Gates under the bus.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
that's something that, yeah, and Amy, you know, too. I mean, you've heard the headlines, you've seen the headlines and everything like that. Yeah, Fauci's a complete fraud.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they needed, but that's what they needed. But he did his job. Remember,
Right.
he got everybody to wear a fucking face mask.
Yes.
And everybody is.
You remember, he said you didn't need a
Exactly.
face mask. You didn't need one. Then you needed one. Then you didn't need one. Then you need one. Then you need two.
And then you need one. Exactly. I mean, it's like this back and forth. I mean, this is how easy it is to control the population.
Well,
I never thought it was that bad. I'm ashamed.
Well,
I'm ashamed.
I think that is section 10 or something in that fake book, The Protocols. You know, that book that they forged, The Protocols of the Elders or something. I think there's this thing that says, and then one day we will tell the people one thing, and the next day we will tell them the opposite until they don't know what they're doing. And then
exactly.
That William Casey, the FBI director, who said, "We will know when we've succeeded when everything the American public believes is a lie."
Yes.
And look how well it's worked.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's right out of the military book. I mean, it's just so
right
simple.
Out of 1984. Right out of 1984.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I tried to get through that movie too. It's a tough movie to get through, but
it's been going on for a lot longer than that. You know.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, even look at all of the musicians. I mean, there's not a globe that's not in any of these videos. All right, perfect example. Okay, let's go back to what the hell is his name? Queen. Queen. You know, I mean, literally, he's got a globe in pretty much all of his videos, and with David Bowie. You know, I mean, it's just, I mean, there it is.
Hang on. But you know, David Bowie, though. David Bowie, he actually, you know, ground control to Major Tom. I think he was letting us know that they didn't go to the moon. Okay. So he was wishing.
No, I mean, it's all there. You know, these are major musicians that were back in the 80s that were just telling us the lies. Well, I mean, they didn't know. But, I mean, they were transmitting what they've been told to tell us, to make them, the people that are running the entire world, comfortable. Because they have to let this stuff out, but they have to
I think that's...
I made a video the other day, and all the pictures of Freddie Mercury aren't right, are they, Amy?
That's right, Karen. Oh, my goodness. They were awful.
Well, you know, more importantly is the Tavistock School of Songwriters, who actually probably wrote most of those songs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely wrote a lot of the Beatles songs.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Because it's just, they're so poignant, the Beatles songs, you know? No,
but, you know, like if you, the Paul is Dead channel, you want to go into that. You know, there's real proof there that they definitely didn't write a lot of the songs. Yeah. There's this long 3-hour video that proves it.
No, I believe all that.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking into that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely did write this music. They didn't make up this song. They didn't make up any of the songs. I mean, they literally are being told what to sing, and
Yeah, they were made for us. They were made
yeah,
for us.
Yep.
exactly. And that goes back to what I'm saying. There'll never be another Clint Eastwood. You know, I mean, there'll never be another Michael J. Fox. There'll never be
another John Wayne.
Yeah, now there'll never be another John Wayne.
No.
I mean, you can't make this shit up because they can't. That's why I think Hollywood is just done. You know, it literally is done after 1999 or maybe 2001. I mean, it's downhill from here when it comes down to movies and all this other bullshit.
Yes.
And then the whole music world now, like if it's not all about violence and rape and sexual innuendo, if it's about that, then you'll get 3.5 million views. But if you're actually just trying to make nice, like uplifting music, you're lucky if you get 150.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and that's where I take, like, you know, Simon and Garfunkel. You know, I mean, these
I love them.
two guys. You know, I mean, just harmonizing everything and really coming together with music. You know, you're not going to find that now. I mean, you're just not going to find it. It's unbelievable.
Well, Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
I personally,
Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
I will get it out in a minute. Now, I personally do not follow the movie stars anymore. In fact, I load up my head with flat earth content producers that I think deserve the memory in my brain. None of these are some gradually raised stuff and fits, you know, just so, because I think they are the...
Jin, you're breaking up a bit. Jin, you're breaking up a bit.
Yeah, it's raining here. It's raining here. Sorry.
But I hear Jin, and I understand exactly, and that's how I've been. I mean, when I'm on my YouTube channel, everything is just subscribers. You know, I'm not going to go look for something else. It's just what my people that I have subbed to are putting out. And I mean, you're getting bombarded with Google, you know, that are just, when you go onto YouTube now, it's unbelievable. I mean, I'm getting videos, you know, being recommended to me from 10 years ago of Pigeon.
It's junk. It's junk. It's absolute junk, isn't it? It's junk on there, man.
I mean, it's amazing. And watching a pigeon fly to a tree, this thing gets 15 million fucking hits. What the hell?
I know. You know what? We've come full circle, because that's what I thought.
Well, that's why Google hates me, because I put a little comment in there, you know, enjoy your spinning wet ball or something like that. I'll put something stupid on there. You know, you'll see me in some of these really big videos.
Yeah, I did like your...
Yes.
Can't hear you, Jin. Jin, you...
Oh, Jin, they took him away.
Yeah, the one with the fourth wall.
Well,
oh, the fourth wall.
I watched it.
Yeah, I meant to splice that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, that was nice. I meant to splice that and do the dividing, but I got taken down, so I can't put a video up for another 7 days.
Oh.
Again, CC.
No, it was okay. It was nice to see your kitchen.
It's not my fault. I don't know what it was with the last video. I'll send you the last video if you want, and you can look through it and tell me what guidelines that I you know broke from YouTube. I have no idea.
Right.
I mean, Christ.
Yeah, they never tell you the specific reason, do they care? And it's always, you violated the guidelines.
No.
Yeah.
They don't tell you what the specific reason.
Exactly. I mean, exactly, Amy. And that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'll repost the video, but just let me know what was so offensive in my video. You know, should I take out 2 seconds off here or 2 seconds off there? I mean, what the fuck? You know, they're just the gods now.
They never tell you. They don't want you to know what it is, because there is nothing you've done wrong.
Nothing. We're just telling the truth, Karen. And that's what it's all about. And they don't want that. They don't want the truth out there. They don't want to know. The people just can't understand that everything they've been told is a lie. And not only that, for the last year and a half, all of this bullshit is nonsense. I've been out in the front fucking line. I've been with COVID patients left and right in a car in my truck, less than 2 feet away from me, and I have not gotten anything. You know, I mean, fuck this. I mean, it's all bullshit. It's nonsense. Fuck. Sorry.
Yeah. No. You're right. I wanted to just continue from where Karen left off about the rockets. There's a company called Relatively Space, or Space Relativity. They are like a spin-off from Elon Musk's SpaceX. Okay, some of them left SpaceX to start their own company. It's five years old. They got 400 personnel. What they're planning to do is make rockets using a 3D printer. Okay.
Oh, excellent.
They reckon they can knock up a rocket in 2 to 4 months. Yeah. Usually it takes a year and a half. Right.
Wow.
Yeah, I told people
is to use. Hang on, guys. The plan is to use their technology to build the habitats on the moon and on Mars. Yeah. The habitat, the accommodation. That's what they want. They want to land that contract. They can't get these rockets up.
You know what, Jin? They should be called Pull the Other One, Space Exploration.
Yeah.
Excellent. No, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I remember somebody asking me, where should I invest my money in? And I told them, go invest your money in 3D printing, because this is unique. You can build a car. You can build all sorts of everything. That little door handle that's on your car that's going to take about 3 weeks to show up in shipping, you can build it right now on your 3D printer. It's amazing. I mean, I'll tell you,
well, the metal ones are pretty expensive, aren't they?
Oh yeah, no, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars, but I mean, still, I mean,
But
really
there again, you could have a company where people just come in with like a memory stick that they got sent from their auto manufacturer, and you just plug it into the machine, and it prints it out. You don't have to own the machine; you just pay them for that one printout.
Exactly. That's why, I mean, remember, CVS and like the office supply stores were originally just printing documents out for people. Now it's different. Now they're going to invest in these 3D printers. You're going to go to the store and you're going to print out whatever you want, an idea for a cup, whatever it may be. But I'm just saying that they're going to invest in that too, as they did with the pharmaceutical industry. And that's why they were able to stay opened during the lockdown. Every single place.
The pharmaceutical industry is evil, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Horrible. It's just, I can't even turn the radio on now in the morning without some kind of commercial that's, advertising cancer or whatever the fuck it is. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
When I lived in America, I was always amazed at those adverts. Because in England, it's not allowed. You're not allowed to advertise pharmaceutical products on TV.
Oh,
really? I didn't know that.
No.
I didn't either.
Yeah, that's right. Only New Zealand and America are allowed to advertise pharmaceuticals on TV, direct to the consumer.
Oh, that's all they advertise, because it's the biggest money-making thing. I mean, it's amazing.
We're bombarded.
You see, Amy understands, because we are bombarded with this shit.
Yeah, I was CC for 20 years. I lived in California, so was I. But what got me when they were droning on about all the side effects.
Yes.
Oh, forget it. You know,
People are
that's
listening to this.
something. Now you got me started. Thank you. Okay. All right. Let me calm down.
And they're not. And anyway, they're not the side effects. They are the actual effects that were unexpected.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You see, now that's the problem with the new shot that's out. Do we know what's going to happen? Do we have any side effects or anything like that? Who knows? It hasn't been tested. This is the first shot that everybody has taken. 70% of America, as far as I'm concerned, taken it.
Yeah, so
And they don't know what the fuck is going to happen to them in 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, or 6
I saw
months.
this great meme, Cece. It was two mice talking to each other, and they said, "Oh, have you had the jab yet?" And the other mouse is saying, "No, I'm not going to have it until the humans have finished the safety test."
There you go. Perfect.
Perfect. That was a great one again.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know. I am embarrassed to be a human. Okay.
I know.
I really am embarrassed.
It is. It's embarrassing. I know.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, and they were lining up. I would take people, and they're just lining up to get the shot. 2 of them, and I mean, it's magnetic.
Yes, I saw a video.
I mean,
a video.
Just remember, we can't say too much, though. By the way,
I know.
change the word.
No, okay. It's a magnetic personality. Okay.
There you go. It's a magnetic personality.
You do have a magnetic personality.
Yes.
Yeah. I ask people if they're going to go for that, the injectable, and they say yeah. And I think I asked them, were you sick last year? Have you been sick this year? Were you sick the year before last? No. Were you sick? So you're perfectly healthy, and then you're going to go and take this thing. Why would you do that? That's why I asked them. Why are you doing this? Oh, well, I mean, I'm scared. They said. I said, "But scared of what?"
I know. And you know what? It's the TV. It's the media and everything. And you know what? I don't want Karen to have her video violated, but I mean, in a way, I mean, they have been trained to believe this. That, hey, look, I mean, you've never taken a flu shot, have you? I mean, I don't.
No,
I haven't.
Never did.
Never.
Yeah,
I haven't been
exactly.
sick in over 39 years.
Yeah. I mean, really, I am afraid of needles. I mean,
Me too.
I hate them.
You know what they've done
away from me. I mean, literally, it's like nightmares about somebody.
They just use the television to make sure that controls everybody. That's what they've done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, and have you seen this needle?
It's only feet away from you in your house, isn't it? And it takes over all the space. No one talks when that's on. Everybody's watching that. And if you believe that, then look where you are.
Yeah.
Talking of the TV, on Saturday there was this G7 meeting in Cornwall over here.
Yeah, that wasn't. That didn't happen. They were superimposed.
No. They had this walkway going out onto the beach, and it was so funny. Like Boris came out with his bit, and then Bo Jiden came out, and everyone was just touching each other on the elbow. Doing elbow taps.
I can't wait to give you guys a hug. Okay.
Touching with the elbow, were they? And
elbow tapping. Yeah.
And pumping.
It's so pathetic.
Yeah. Fist bumping. They were doing. Fist bumping, and they were doing the Neil Armstrong when he was on the press conference, elbowing Mike.
Yes. Jin, but Jin, remember, Obama came up with that fist bumping.
Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't.
You remember that?
Elbow bumping.
Elbow bumping, whatever. He came up with that. That was 8 years ago. How suspicious is that?
Wow.
No shaking hands. I mean, it all correlates together.
You were right, You're right, Cece, because he did do that. I noticed that. He was doing a lot of elbow touching, wasn't he? Well, I mean, what was all
Yeah,
that?
he did a lot of elbow. He did a lot of fist, you know, bumping, everything. He brought that back.
I thought he was overdoing it myself. He was hamming it up, in fact. Embarrassing.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It really is. And that's
He's
how
Michelle sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Kara made a video about that. She used the computer program to show it.
I don't think people realise that. Just say, for instance, you've got Boris. There might be 10 of him, and all these different people playing whenever they want, or you know, they have stand-ins or whatever it is. There's loads of them. There's not just one person. It's a concoction. That's what happens in the music industry. So you've got like Elvis Presley, who was on the television, and you've got the Elvis singing. There's loads of them, and there's different ones playing them. They're sick. They're really sick.
Yeah, no, I've seen some of your videos and they're quite disturbing, Karen, because they're so true. I mean, they are just.
Well, today I'm actually wondering whether Tony Blair is Prince Andrew.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I mean it's scary. I mean the way you look at them, and I've always noticed this with actresses and actresses. It's they just have such a similarity, you know, with their look, and I mean look at their eyebrows, you know, look at their nose structure, look at
most of the men are manicured, you know, they're pedicured or whatever it's called. Yeah. They've all got like because they dress them in as well.
I thought it was called plastic surgery.
Or they just explain other people, so they need different eyebrows, and they're all made up. Oh, it's disgusting. I realised
it's horrible.
When I was looking at Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, and every picture
Katy Perry.
When they were supposed to be together, they were superimposed. They weren't together. Each picture with him and her and him, they were superimposed together.
Yeah,
they're all just stories for us.
Yeah, and you know, Katy Perry. I mean, I'll tell you, she's a disaster. You know, I mean, when she grows up, when she gets to like 40 or 50 years old, she's not even gonna look human anymore at this point. I don't think half of these actresses. Yeah, no, I think there we go. She's got a ding dong.
Cece, she'll drown in a hotel bathroom way before then.
Right.
Oh, that's horrible.
I know.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about what's going on in Burma. You know, Myanmar. You know, because they're actually in a dictatorship, right? But so are we all. We've all been in a dictatorship. I'm getting fed up with hearing these third world countries, or you know, even second world countries, let's say, you know, fighting for democracy that we haven't even got ourselves, and we're supposed to be in the first world countries. You know, we never had freedom. We haven't had freedom. We came out of our mother's womb into a prison system. We were never free. So,
Cece, Jin, in the thing, we're supposed to be one of the superpowers.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about.
If I just get this out here, the point I'm trying to make is this: these poor people in Myanmar, you know, they're trying to get their democracy started, but they don't realize that it's a myth. You know, if you're fighting for democracy, you're fighting for your demise. But that's what you're talking about.
Well,
democracy doesn't exist anywhere.
I know what you mean.
It exists.
Jin,
just finish off. Hang on.
Go on.
30 seconds.
Go on.
Democracy exists in the ancient tribes that are still alive today. And I'll tell you what, even those people, you know, when they had that Glastonbury event the other day, I was thinking, I hope none of those people there are in the bloody voting booth at the next election, because if that's the case, it was a waste of time. All right, carry on, please, because this is really.
Well, I was just going to. If you look at the word democracy, it's like demo crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got mocks in it.
It's demo crazy. Let me and really from
Cece, Virtec, it's got mock in it. Demock.
Karen.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but I think democracy is all about the mob ruling over the individual.
That's right.
And that's not cool.
No, it's not.
No.
Democracy is dictatorship masquerading as democracy. That's what it is. Okay? Democracy is masquerading as dictatorship. That's what's going on. So, and you know, all I'm trying to say is that it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Avoid Amazons and these big multi-conglomerate companies that are making billions, and then they're telling you they're going to space, and you know, there we are, we can see the curvature, blah blah blah, but they've still got the billions and you've got nothing. You're struggling, that you know that your small business is gone and you're getting a handout, which is your money anyway, so there's no shame in that. You paid for it, but they're going to tax you again still on that anyway, right? And you know, start to make some strong moves here. You shouldn't be even thinking about the economy. The economy doesn't benefit you, it doesn't benefit me, it benefits them. Don't play their
What
game.
is that exactly, Jin? Jin, because we pay our local government now, it's called the council tax. And that pays for everything you need, like the police and the ambulance and the dustbin. So the people are paying for all that. We don't even need the government. So what are they doing? There must be a business.
It is a business.
It is. It's all corporations.
Yeah.
The government is a corporation. The police are corporations. Everything is.
Yeah.
But you have to look at it in a different point of view, though, because I want to give up all of this nonsense with Amazon and ordering stuff. You know, I don't. I ordered one thing. I ordered my camera tripod, and it came 2 weeks late.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it took like almost 3 weeks to show up. So fuck them. You know, but the problem is the rest of the people. That's who's funding all of this. The trained rats that are just out there and they don't know what they're doing. I mean, I look at them and I'm just, they're wearing face masks in their fucking car. I mean, really. I mean,
My
it's
son
just
said something.
it's sad.
It's true. We live in a monetary society. Until that changes, that's what everybody's going to want. To change. And I don't know what the difference is, because, you know, what do we go back to not having any money, you know?
Well, no, you just don't need usury.
I think money should be a matter of medium, you know, but unfortunately it's the God, isn't it, nowadays?
Yeah, well, that's who's on the bill.
Fiat currency, made up currency, that's the problem. You know.
Yeah, I think we need more discussion on this topic, man. We need more discussion on this, especially when they're out like in Glastonbury and at Parliament Square. Yeah. You know, when they're having all these demonstrations and protests, this is the very conversation that they should be having. How are we going to unite and you know, readdress this problem? Because it's not, you can't, I don't want to see any of you people lining up in a voting booth, because what you're doing is voting for what's happening right now. We're on a protest. That's what's happened. All your voting has got us to this very position. Is that where we're going to be in the next 5 years, 10 years? Come on.
Jim, I'm in a position where I've seen a lot of the demonstrations around England and especially London recently. And you can really see which are the real ones and which aren't. The only real ones are when there are loads of people and there are no face nappies. None.
Yes, that's right.
All the other ones, when they're covered in face nappies, you know it's a put up.
Oh yeah, no, that's all fake bullshit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no. I mean, you can tell the real protest, and we have very little.
Hang on. To coin it, to phrase it like Elon Musk, you can tell it's BS because it looks like poo and it stinks like hell.
You know, I'm going to share something real personal with you guys. I was this was many years ago. We're talking 30 years ago, and I was sleepaway camp, and they set up a village, and the only payment for money were what you actually received, earned. You know, I mean, it wasn't money. It was like coins, if you want to call it that. But I mean, you actually earned these coins. Yeah. I mean, it was such a great feeling though, because it wasn't money that was coming in from working or anything like that. It was like you were growing your crops, you were doing whatever you were helping somebody else, and they gave you money. So it was almost like a trade. Yeah. You know, and I'll tell you, that camp itself really was, I wish I could send my daughter there. Unfortunately, it's closed. But I mean, that really brought up a lot of, good feelings that people that we've lost that. Yeah. You know, we've lost everything.
That's what I'm talking about, CC. That feeling of unity, working together, in a co-op kind of thing. You know, kumbaya, if you like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
you know, Jin, I'm sorry to cut you off. That was the song "Kumbaya." They used to sing around the camp fucking fire. You see, you know, the owner of this company knew what they were doing. I mean, we've lost all of that. All of it. It's gone.
Have you heard of Made by Jim Bob? Have you ever heard of him?
No, I haven't.
No, sorry,
I recommend his channel, Made by Jim Bob. He's great. But anyway, he was talking about the fact in America that house prices are going up and everyone's just like cashing in on their house and moving off to somewhere else.
Yes.
And he was saying, let me finish. He was saying, but you know, moving to where? From one place that's got a CVS and a Walmart down the road to another. Yeah. Whereas, you know, if you ask an Amish guy, sell my house and move somewhere, the Amish guy would say, but where would I get my bread? I get my bread from Johan, you know, and
right.
When my cart needs its wheel fixing, I get it from Pieter over here. And there are communities of people that make things and trade and barter amongst themselves, and everyone knows the people in their community who does this and does that. It's not just your house, it's your people.
Yeah,
whereas
exactly.
This whole thing in America of, there's a new job in Texas, you know, and up you get and you go off to the next job, and it's like you just leave the community that you're in and it's gone, you know.
Yes.
And that's what they've been breaking up community, you know.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
The camper van movement has really picked up in the US, apparently. You know,
yes.
retiring and getting these camper vans and traveling all around the country. That's on the up, apparently.
Yeah, well, if they travel in, you know, little herds of camper vans, take your community with you, you know.
You know what? It's funny because I mean, during COVID, you know, I mean, it really was a big thing because everybody's moving out of Manhattan, and they're doing everything remotely. You know, it's all Zoom now at this point. Zoom is a internet, you know, service that is pretty much taking over the entire country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like Skype, Hangouts, what we're on right now. But I mean, you know, companies have finally realized, hey, what the fuck? Why the hell are we traveling all the way down to Manhattan, spending 45 minutes going to work or an hour going to work when we can just do it out of our house? And I told my significant other, I told her 10 years ago, fuck, why are we all doing this? All this commuting and all this driving and all this nonsense. Nobody needs to do it. The technology is there. It's here.
That's right.
It's now been opened for everybody to enjoy. So we're going to see what happens in the next few years.
One of the reasons, Cece, is they need us all working. Everybody's got to be working.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Absolutely. I mean, if you're not working, you're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
You'll think about the flat Earth. I mean, if you're not consumed with all this nonsense that they've given us throughout our entire life, you're going to actually wake the fuck up and think and say, why the fuck do I not feel any movement? Why do I not?
Magic. It's magic, Cece.
Okay, I mean that, but God forbid if anybody goes out of work. But that's the thing. They've been sitting there for a year and a half now, collecting money from the government. I mean, they've been making more money than they do as a bartender, and they still haven't done their research here in New York.
Well, in the latest,
because they've been listening to their television.
Right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you've got Uber and a company called Lyft. They just sold off their autonomous driving project. You know, their self-driving car project. They've sold it off because it doesn't look like a viable business in the near future, because there's been some accidents lately with self-autonomous cars lately. Yeah, it's what they call a computering conundrum, because there's just too many unpredictables that you cannot get this car to be safe without your hands on the steering wheel. So basically, it's like a what is it? What they call it? Cruise control on steroids, basically. No good for us. They reckon the human being can do it better.
Jen, where's my flying car? We were promised that back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Right.
That's coming. Japan is making.
Where is it? Is it coming?
Toyota's got it all complete. They're testing it now. Toyota flying cars.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like
No, they'll never.
Yeah.
Everything. The combustible engine inside of vehicles has not changed in 100 years. 100 years.
Yeah.
And it's not. Actually, it's better.
They were electric, and now they're going back to electric. How sick is that?
Exactly, Karen. You even said they had electric cars back in the late 1800s.
I had a comment on my channel, CT. It said on the channel. It said, "Well, if they had electric cars, it puts the Wild West out, then doesn't it?"
They had all this technology, and that's why I always, when I see your videos and I see these buildings, they didn't build those 200 years ago. That's existing technology, and we're just feeding off of it.
Well, do you know what? I was even watching a video about the Roman houses. We're even living in the Roman houses from what they're saying is like the Jesus time. We're still living. I'm not saying there's billions, but there's still quite a lot of properties that are Roman that we live in, or buildings still used.
I'll tell you an interesting fact. Do you know the a railway track, the gauge, the distance between one track and the other? Do you know how they came up with that? That's the same distance. That's the same distance that Roman chariot wheels had between them.
See, there you go.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
There you go. See, perfect. I mean, this is all
made by train.
No. It's absolutely true. They were digging up. I told Karen this the other day, and Amy. I mean, they were digging up the Silver River Parkway the other day, and it seemed like they were digging up another path, an existing path underneath all of this mud. Do
you watch the John Levy channel, CC? John Levy? No, write that down. JONLEVI. He's like right in on what you're talking about. Really heavy.
Oh, excellent! I'll look him up definitely. I'll leave some nice comments on there because I mean we're on the same wavelength.
Take some pictures of it, CC. Send them to me.
Oh, I didn't take any pictures. I'm traveling on the highway going 70 miles per hour, so it's difficult. But I mean, it's just. Look for it. Any highway that they're digging up right now, because they're doing so much construction here in New York. Yeah. I mean, it's like New York is under construction at this point. I don't know if it is where you are, but I mean,
it is.
Everywhere I go.
Houses are selling. My daughter-in-law works for a housing company, and because so many people are in flats and locked in, they're all buying houses, she said.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Because they had to spend so long together in their little flats are not in right now. Everybody wants to buy houses, and that's amazing because they've made this whole society where we're living in apartments and flats and everything, and now everybody wants to go back to a house.
Well, that was my point. That
they want more room.
Yeah, but Cece, I put John Levy's. Cece, I put John Levy's thing in chat.
Oh, excellent. Okay, thank you. Get that. Hold on. I see. If I turn this off, it's gonna knock me off the chat.
Yeah, well, you can get it at the end. So.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Yeah. No, I'll definitely look them up. But I mean, it's just I can't prove it, but I mean, I think a lot of this, all the railroads and especially down in Manhattan. I mean, that Manhattan station down there, the railroad station is just incredible. I mean, it's coming into like 6 different terminals. There are houses down there. There are underground tunnels. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't add up that we made this 100 years ago. I'm like, what?
Well, that's what I was telling when we came on the hangout. He was showing this house, and basically it was 3 houses on top of each other where they'd be built one on top of the other. And so basically, right up there was street level, and there was 3 houses underneath, and they just built on top.
Yeah, and I mean, Manhattan has got to be. I'm gonna start visiting Manhattan. I'll take some, pictures and everything like that. But I mean, you're talking about areas that have so much history that have been hidden from all of us, that are just built on top of existing foundations. And it's there. I didn't think it was, but it's there. I mean, I see the palaces and everything like that in England, and I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. Those we didn't when do we build that? I mean, look at the population.
Did you look up Bannerman? Did you look up Bannerman like we were talking about?
Yes, I did, and it's absolutely incredible. And I would love to see what's underground.
It's amazing to think that, you know, all Americans go, oh, we love the English history, but you don't realise that you've got it as well.
Right.
Yeah, we have it. We have it here. I mean, it's amazing. I'm gonna I'm gonna go up to Nyack, and not Nyack. It was up in where did Amy say it was? It was up by Newburgh, and I'll take some photographs of that. And but yeah, we have them here, and people don't even understand it because they've been told they're mansions. You know, I mean, they're extravagantly built mansions, you know, up in these areas, and they look absolutely beautiful, just like the Rockefellers estate, which is amazing. I mean, that's how Bear Mountain, 2,000 acres. You know, I mean, that entire park is 2,000 or 3,000 acres. It's incredible. And he donated it to the state. But yeah, no, he's got an amazing castle up there.
Wow. Yes.
I know, all this hidden stuff.
Yes.
If we don't know it's there, then we don't know it's there, do we? Like, you know, I've made a video myself. It's got 3 parts to it. I was ironing the other day, and I didn't want to watch the news or anything, but I was in the living room, and it brought up this dome property that was in the sea just off of Florida, which looks a bit crazy. And then a town. Oh, what was it called? I've forgotten what the town was called, but it's another town that isn't. But whatever's left, all their stuff's left there, as if they just vacated. And then this Lansing, our fort in Belgium, which was just incredible for, you know, they built that in the 1800s. And, you know, Belgium seemed to be quite, I don't know, they said, oh, it's good because we were a barrier between France and Germany, but they were quite military advanced, the Belgians. They had masses of military.
Yes.
But we don't know it exists, and you don't know it's there, then you don't go and look it up, do you?
No, and nobody does. I mean, and that's why it's so difficult to explain to somebody, you know, about flat Earth and about everything, and all of it we've learned in such. I mean, it's taken us years to figure this out, and I'm still figuring stuff out right now.
Cece, it's all self-research. We're all researching this ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I tell people. Just do your research, and then they say, "Oh, you're a wacko. What do you mean research? Research conspiracies and all that." But remember, conspiracy is a word. They use that in the court of law. It does exist.
Exactly. That's a good point. Yes.
Anyway, whatever they've tried to do, it didn't work on us, did it? Virtec's awake, Jin's awake, Cece's awake,
no,
Amy's awake.
That's right. It didn't work on us. And I think there's a lot of people it didn't work on, but there's too many people that it did work on.
And they're all watching television.
Yes. I
know. Exactly. Tunnel vision, exactly. And that's the problem. But you see, the people with the physics degrees and the doctrines and all that stuff, they can't even mention any of this because they're going to lose their degree. I mean, they're going to lose their family. They're going to lose their money.
Yeah.
So they're done. You know, they're finished. I had some physics professor the other day he said, "Oh yeah, I know somebody from NASA." And I'm like, "Great, that's beautiful. Good. Get him on my channel. I'd love to talk to him." So why are you driving around with a plate that says NASA lies on it? You think NASA lies? And I'm like, well, yeah, they do, but it's for a reason, because they're implementing the idea. You know, I mean, they are the enforcers to make the lies continue going on, to make you think you live on a planet, to make you think you live on this spinning wet ball in this infinite space of bullshit. That's why NASA's there. There's a reason why it came about in 1958.
Yeah.
Bit of a shame they didn't spend their $50 million a day on better photography and stuff, then, isn't it?
Oh God! Hey, did you see the China? Oh God! You got to go online and check out that China rover. They took a selfie. I was gonna post it today, but I couldn't post it because I'm still banned on my fucking channel. The China rover took a selfie.
Well, you know that NASA have put out like a collection. They're really worried. They need lots of dog food because apparently Mars rover is very greedy.
You're killing me here. No, really. I mean that you know. So I looked at the article and I read it. So apparently China brought up a camera up to Mars. Was it on the moon or Mars? Where the fuck they are? Who cares? But so they place. But I mean, just think about the precision difficulty of this. I mean, just if we were actually there to do it with a camera and take a picture is absolutely fucking impossible and complete nonsense. And people don't see this and they don't wake up and fuck them. Fine.
Well, you know, all the ISS stuff is so ridiculous, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's so bad. It really is bad. Harnesses and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, they're now outside. You know, like I was thinking, like, well, if Elon Musk is going to go to the ISS, that means it's going to be a very, very expensive trip to a large swimming pool based at NASA. You know?
Oh, God knows what they're really doing.
Oh, I know.
Just lying.
They probably don't have to use, you know, like CGI graphics has got so good now. They don't need the swimming pool anymore, probably.
Right.
No, they just superimpose it on, don't they? Their background.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to start getting into the editing and everything like that. But I mean, it's so simple to do on your computer now at this point. With a blue screen, you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want. I could.
Yeah, you've got somebody who makes videos when he's on the ISS space station because he's got a program that can go on.
Well, it's amazing. I've got this program called Blender that is so powerful now, and it's free. So anyone can sit there and make a totally realistic space station, put it in space. It's just so easy to do now. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all. But anyway, I've got this feeling that all of this is a distraction to stop us realizing what amazing creatures we are and how creative and wonderful we can be. And all of these rabbit holes, they almost want us to go down them, you know, and scurry around in the rabbit holes so we stop actually getting on with our lives.
Oh,
something like that.
Theory.
Yeah, something like that.
Virtec, no, that really is, that sums it up. And they wanted us to go down here, you know, and fuck, shit, damn. Yeah. I wish I did. I was happy living on a ball. I was happy.
You were naive. I mean, none of what we know existed. So in a way, it was easier, wasn't it? It was easier being on a ball because, the sun's 93,000 miles away, and then you just got on with everything. It's more complicated in a way being a flatty. But I'd rather know the truth than I'd rather know what I'm living in and the whole thing than lies. So that's the way it goes.
Yes.
It's like a warm blanket. You know, I mean, that's how comforting it was. And then all of a sudden, holy shit, no, we're not living on a globe. We're not living on a ball.
I know, it makes you feel like when you go out.
I blame it on the Daleks.
And there is a God.
Yes.
You know, I mean, that's the most important part, that we have a purpose here, and people don't realize that their purpose is not what they're doing. You know, it's not what they've learned. Their purpose is other than just walking around like a drone.
Yeah.
You know, work 8 to 5. You know, live.
That's right.
And, it's just it's a shame. It really is, because we have so much power inside of us, and we don't even understand how to unleash it. I don't.
Right. I agree. Yeah.
I mean, they're really, you know, if all of us come together at some point and just kind of release this.
I think we do spiritually. You know, we all know that's why we like each other, because we're all awake. We can all feel the buzz between us. So I think it's already there, whether we're together or not in person. But together, there's a big buzz. But I don't know. It's just that we've got no one to go to, no one to complain to. We're sort of on our own.
Yeah, but we have all of us to talk to, and that's the most important part. You know, that's why we're here.
That's where we are, isn't it? We're only at the stage where we're explaining everything at the moment. You know, like you said, in a way, it's good if they had rallies to start talking about what we're going to do for the future. You know, rather than just saying, "Oh, we're stuck here and here we are," and we've got to make our future, haven't we?
Yeah, we do.
Absolutely. Right, Karen for PM then.
Yes.
There you go.
I agree.
Well, what I'd say is every morning you have to give the person you're with a hug. You have to give hugs all day long. I'd have a different kind of thing.
Well, that'll solve it. That'll solve everything. Actually, probably will, when I think about it.
Yes.
Love.
I try to give my daughter a hug every morning. Sometimes she doesn't want one, but sometimes she does.
Hug a policeman.
Yeah. Yes.
Communication is another one that I would put in there. You have to learn to communicate with each other.
I heard a good one in the chat the other day. But what's the difference between a porcupine and a police car?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. No, you got to tell me.
The porcupine has the pricks on the outside.
Oh, bastard.
That's a good one. That's really great.
Very funny.
Nice. Good. I'm going to use that. You don't mind, do you?
I nicked it myself. I think most jokes are nicked, aren't they?
They are.
It's like you know, with music, it's all been done before. It's just you just do it again your way. You know?
Actually, no, Virtec. Has anybody on here apart from Amy, Cece, have you heard Virtec's sax playing? He's amazing.
Oh yes.
Jin, have you heard Virtec play the sax? He's a dirty sax player.
Seriously, why do I not have that on my channel? You got to send me that.
Virtec's channel. He's amazing.
Yes.
There's a track called Cleo's Moody on my Virtec channel, CC.
Okay, I will download it immediately when I get home. Absolutely. I had no idea. Maybe I can put a little soundtrack.
Listen, Cece, the bands he played in, he knows them all.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's famous. He's famous, Virtec.
That's right.
I'm not, but I was a jobbing musician for a while.
Just say some of the bands you were in. Tell
no, I don't want to go into that. No.
Come on, let me. Well, I'm not going to know them anyway.
You've already told me. Come on, tell him.
Well, you know, I just, you know, like sax players, you get hired as part of a sax section normally. I was into playing jazz, but if you said jazz, you know, back then or even now, everyone runs as if you got the plague. You know? But so, what was the first one that you might have heard of? There was a band called the Foundations back in the 70s in England. They had
sing a couple of words of the song because you'll remember it probably.
What? Baby, now that I've found you, I can't let you go. And there was,
I know that song.
And there was, why don't you build me up, buttercup, baby?
Oh, there you go. Excellent. Nice.
So anyway, I'll travel around.
Pull a couple of your. I'm going to pull a couple of videos and post them.
No, you probably right. You know, like they had a few different horn sections. I played with them for about I don't know 9 months or something, or a year.
The saxophone is.
I was the only white guy.
Let me down. Let me down.
I was the only white guy in the band.
I love it.
I was known as the toking white sax player.
Excellent. I used to play the clarinet. a long time
I
ago.
started. I went record a clarinet sax with
Yeah.
woodwind. Then I started learning the guitar and the bass and the keyboards, and I play a bit of everything now.
Cool.
Oh, excellent. We should perform something together. I got a little voice, too. A little singing voice that I
Have
could
you?
do. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's quite possible to do stuff. Like I could send you a backtrack, and you put it in. Have you got a DAW, digital audio workstation?
I have nothing.
Well,
Everything is pretty
what-
much done on my phone. Unfortunately, my computer, and my daughter has my computer, so that's it with that.
Yeah, but
She's been using.
it's perfect, isn't it? It's a mobile computer, that little device.
Yeah, no, it is. You know
Isn't it?
what? I
Really?
mean, it's yeah, no, it's a mobile internet, but there's a lot of limited things I can do on it.
Well,
I can't download.
I think you can put GarageBand on your phone.
I might be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, even downloading.
Is it an app? Is it an Apple or a Android?
It's an Android.
No, GarageBand is only Apple. But I don't like Apple either. I don't use Apple. So.
No, I you know what? And the problem, because I'm
a swear word around here.
What did you say, Jin? What was that?
I said Apple is a swear word around here.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Is it really? Well, why could that be? I mean, the guy only made a trillion. Is it a trillion? T. That's with a T now at this point.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
And then
lucky.
you lost it 2 weeks later, you lost it with the ranking and everything.
I was very lucky when I first started in computing, back when the dinosaurs were around. I got a job before I got a computer, and this guy from like sound reinforcement company, he said, "Oh, I've got to do these big AO plans of Wembley Stadium, and I need someone to draw it out on AO so I can get it plotted. And no one at my, in my company will do it, and I don't know what to do." And I was sitting in the pub with him, and something in me went, "Oh, I'll give it a go."
Wow, great.
So he handed me 500 quid in this floppy disk. Went back when discs were actually floppy, and and so I went off home, and I ran out and bought an Amstrad computer and put this disc in there. And I eventually found out it was AutoCAD version 1.5. I had no manual, and it was cracked. And
Amstrad computers, man, they were the bargain.
They were. I put a different processor in there. I remember and I ordered some RAM, and it arrived, and it was this big, long length card and 2 tubes of these little chips. And I spent all evening putting all these chips in there and put it in the computer. Wow. Put it in the computer, and it worked. And guess how much more memory I had?
Go on.
2 megabytes.
Wow.
Oh, that's
And I remember thinking, well, what are we going to do with that? I've now got 32 gigabytes, and I think I haven't got enough.
Yeah, picture takes 2 megabytes, doesn't it?
What? Well, the Amstrad was only 640k, wasn't it?
Yeah, so. It was a bargain, though, wasn't it? I mean, I must admit.
Well, I actually made, like the first job I had on it actually bought it for me, which was quite good.
Yeah, you were lucky.
Yes.
But anyway, what that did was saved me from getting into Apple, because then I could do AutoCAD, and you could only do it on the PC to begin with. So.
Right.
Now I remember pulling.
Can you imagine having a company, and then you're getting fired from the company that you started? It's your company, you're the CEO, and you're getting fired. That was Steve Jobs. I mean, I was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
But you see how these companies have made their power, where it just doesn't make any sense. This guy got fired from a company that he worked for, and then all of a sudden he's a trillionaire by turning around. But it's not coincidence. You know, I mean, that's the sense that I try to tell these kids now. You know, look, you're just going to be a drone. I mean, literally. I mean, that's it. I'm sorry. If you're not chosen, you are going to do what your father has done and everybody else is doing right now. I mean, you're talking about 1% of, not even a fraction of that. I mean, you're talking like 0.3% of the population are multi-billionaires and trillionaires. And believe me, they didn't get there because they're smart.
No.
Right.
They are a sick bunch of people as well, the things they get up to with all that money, and they can't even live properly.
They can't even live
properly, can they?
Yeah, exactly, Jen. I mean, that's just how it is, because they need another, the hundreds of years of money, you know, if people have never really had to worry about it. The people that are running this world, which is a small group, and Carlin said it. I mean, it's a small group, and you'll never meet them. That is absolutely true.
No, it's a very small club, and you're not in it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, and then that's really absolutely true. And the thing is they need another small club, you know, to go. And here we got Apple, we've Walmart, we've got Kmart, we've got, you know, I mean, HP. We've got so many companies out there right now that are running the world. Well, not really running the world, but I mean, people think they're running the world.
Yes.
And they're the next layer, you know, for the future civilization that's going to come about.
Right.
After us.
I mean, can you believe that people think they're going to be going to Mars, man, and living on Mars?
No.
It's got a mountain. It's got a mountain that's about 3 times the size of Everest on it. You know, like
That's right. It's 3 times the size of Everest. It's gigantic, and there was water on there too. But you know, it's amazing. It looks like Nevada.
I thought Mars was in Greenland.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry, yeah, that's right.
Are they building it there now? Ah, damn it.
Can I just say, guys, we've been going for an hour and a half. Do we want to go on a bit longer, or do you want to sort of wind down a bit?
Well, I'm quite happy to crack on.
Has it been an hour and a half? Oh, it is. Yeah, an hour and 37 minutes.
Yeah.
It goes fast.
Let's go 2 hours. Why not?
Let's go another 43.
That's the latter part of the hangout. So, yeah, what do you want to talk about in the latter part?
I'll leave it up to you. That's a good question.
What did he say?
Oh, he's fooling around now.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah, me too. The ladies missed it.
Yeah, see,
I'll tell you, I haven't had this much fun and laughs and smiles in a long time. I mean, with you guys, I'll tell you, it's really
great.
Yeah, well, it's good to get together, mate. It really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that Jin is like, you know, way over there. There's only a tiny lag on it. It's amazing, really.
No, I mean,
thanks, guys. I'm having crab for breakfast. It is now just
crab.
Ooh.
Crab.
Are you having crab? Oh, I love it. I made a Maryland crab the other day. Yeah, it's fantastic. Easy to.
In Santa Cruz, we used to make crab Louis.
Nice.
You know, really nice crab Louis, which is basically, if you don't know, it's like this amazing big salad with really everything, and then all fresh de-shelled crab meat in it.
Oh,
homemade mayonnaise sauce over the top. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, I've heard of that, Virtec. Yeah.
crab Louis.
That's what I'm having.
That's
what I'm having. It's like crab coleslaw. Crab coleslaw with a glass of red wine. Very nice.
Oh, excellent.
Well, I've got a glass of red wine as well, for gin.
Yeah.
Good.
What, at this time of the morning?
Yeah.
I must say, I've actually given up drinking amazingly. I can't
Are
believe
you at
it.
home now then, Gin?
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, I'm at home, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave up.
Early in the morning. Nice one to start me up, you know, keep the health up, yeah.
Sure, that's right. They say a glass of wine is good.
Yeah, I still will have
12
a drink.
bottles of wine in 6 months. 12 bottles of wine in 6 months, that's all I've had. Okay,
well, that's not excessive.
Yeah, no, that's another.
No, whatever. A glass now and again, isn't it? There you go.
Right.
And as my granny said, a little bit of what you like does you good.
I agree. I agree.
And she said, with the emphasis on the little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
But we're famous for our steamed crabs in Baltimore. Have you ever tried that, Cece?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Baltimore. Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I was in a fuck with Google and start doing a cooking show for a short period of time and throw in some, information here and there while I'm doing it. But it's so difficult because when I'm cooking, I'm like, oh fuck, I can't. You're emphasizing on. You're concentrating on cooking and flipping the food on the pan. I mean, then I have to throw in a little bit of flat Earth, and then I got to throw in a little bit of the virus, and then this and that. It's tough.
You've got to add a bit of Coriolis seasoning.
And where is the Coriolis effect? You fucking weatherman.
That was made for the globe. That was.
Yes.
I mean, it's amazing. I feel like are you upside down? Jen should be upside down right now. Can you hold on?
Right.
I'm holding on, man.
No, it's right. Yeah, Jin has Velcro on his soles.
Oh, okay, excellent. So we all.
He could be the right way up, and we're the ones upside down.
Right?
Exactly. It doesn't. No matter how you look at it, we're all upside down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing when they taught us the globe in grade school, just all the kids, we were in 3rd grade, and everybody was like, well, how are we not falling off? That was just so funny. And everybody the teacher let everybody go up to the globe, the model of the globe, and look at it, and all the kids were like, but how are we not falling off? And how are these people? And then they told you, gravity, children. It's gravity. Gravity is holding you on there. So
that's amazing. I can't believe Amy just said that because that is perfect. I'm going to bring that up because nobody ever asks that at all. Because obviously, I have a daughter, and nobody has ever asked that to me. Why is anybody ever falling off?
Really?
No, they haven't. We have.
What our whole class went on about. They just couldn't understand that. Why would we not be falling off?
And the globe is
you said the very right thing, Cece. We'd all be at an angle, every single one of us. You're at a different angle to me.
That's it. Exactly. Of course.
You'd be at a different angle.
We'd be
all of us. Where's the hump? Where is it? Where is that hump that goes down? Where is
it? What about this one? What about this one, guys? How can you flood a ball?
Good point. Yes.
Great floods from the biblical story. Yeah?
Here's something, that sounds absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jin, when you said that sounds absolutely stupid. How can you flood a ball?
Exactly. That perfect sense. There's no way.
There's no way. There's no way. Absolutely not. And that's when I tell people.
Also, if you've got the waters there held on by gravity, how come a butterfly can take off?
Oh,
Exactly.
it loves it, doesn't it? It's easy. A little bee. That caterpillar on my dill plant, that motherfucker. Ate my entire dill plant. But that little caterpillar sitting there eating my dill plant, and he's fine. Everything's fine.
Yes. I know. Yeah, their theories don't add up. How they explain it.
Right.
Yes, anomalies.
Yeah,
abound.
but Amy, you struck a chord though. Every child should ask because they have that thing in front of them for
Yes.
12 fucking years. Not in college. You don't see the globe in college. You see it in elementary school all the way to middle school, all the way through high school. The teacher has that globe right there.
Yes.
Why hasn't one student stood up and said, why the fuck are we not falling off that ball?
Right, I know. That's like how my classmates they just got that right away. The teacher said, "I have a great surprise for you." She said, "Remember, we always show you the map. They would pull the map down and show us that flat map of the Earth." She said, "Guess what, children? This isn't really how it is. We live in a spinning ball globe." And she pulled out the globe, and we were all intrigued and fascinated. But like I said, they just said, "Well, how are we not falling off and all?" And she had her answer already. She said, "Well, children, is gravity. Gravity is holding us away."
Okay. Karen, are you there? Can you tell me exactly how gravity works?
Well, the way I've thought about it is that if it worked, it would be like our feet would be like lead, and we would like have problems lifting each foot up and pitching it down.
That's a Star Trek episode.
That's it.
So we were stuck by gravity to the ball. And then why are the trees growing up if there's gravity?
Exactly.
Yeah.
How could the flowers grow up like at this beautiful? Don't get me started with this shit. Damn it.
Right.
It's so simple. And why do we wake up? Why have
it's
we?
horrible, really, isn't it? You know, we woke up a long time ago, though I suppose that some of the stuff that we learned then is different to what we feel now. But, you know, it hit me in 2016. I haven't changed my mind, and I'm not going to. You can't. Once you see it.
Right.
You can't. You can't. You already pulled apart the globe. There's no way of pulling it, putting the pieces back together.
Yes.
It's absolutely impossible. It's done.
I'm not frightened of out there, but I don't trust out there like I used to, because a lot of those people are narcissists and they believe in the globe, and the system out there is a fake globe and all that kind of stuff. So it worries me a bit out there. I'd rather be in my own place, talking to my own friends, in my own.
I know.
Curtains never open up on the right, the view that faces the houses. I just like to shut everybody out. I like to be.
I know. No, it's difficult. I mean, you're looking at a table with pieces on it of the globe that you thought was a planet, and it's just been broken up. I mean,
even just flying an aeroplane. Come on, just that one explains. That explains everything. Planes don't fly in over globes; they fly over flat planes.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I mean, they just within itself, right there. I mean, me traveling to Spain. You've got me going up here. You got me going on down there.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? I mean, on a flat plane.
Yeah, because for some reason, I told you, we have to fly to Canada to go into America. And so when you're coming to England, you've all got to fly up over Canada and come out over to us. What the hell are we living on?
And nobody's ever flown over the southern hemisphere. Why? Because it doesn't exist. It's completely around the entire freaking world. Our flat plane.
Yes.
I mean, it's all completely ice. That's why you can't travel over there. I mean, it's just common sense. But don't tell me.
Well, they've got to make the flights look like we're on some globe. But it's just really strange how everybody has to fly to Canada. I mean, even if it's going over the edge of Canada to go into America, you're not flying to, say, Maryland, across to Maryland. You've got to go up down and through. It's like weird.
Right.
Where is America then? Why can't we just fly there? Why do we have to go to Canada and down? I thought that's a bit weird.
Exactly.
Don't tell people this because they might wake up. Okay. I mean, really.
Google says.
What's that?
Google says it, doesn't it? That's what Google says.
Google says.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what? I mean, even go on Google. I mean, go on Google Maps. You can see. I mean, if you go on a Google
It
Maps,
sounds like we're doing one of those rotations of this ISS space station. That's how we've got to fly. It's like how they show you they fly over us.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? And people always say there's something flying up there. Yeah, there is, but it's not the ISS. I don't know what the fuck it is. But I mean, that was one of my first.
Look, it's a specially made drone that's up there. They've got a few of them up there. Come on, man.
Exactly.
That's what they got up there. Quite simple.
No, Gene. I mean, that was the very first video I ever made. You know, when I started my channel was.
You can't see 260 or 200 miles like that very easily. Yeah, you can zoom in, but you wouldn't better pick it up like they pick it up because it's not very far away. Whatever it is, it's not far away.
No. I mean, this thing is like two sides of a football field. You know, I mean, you're zooming in on this thing. And it doesn't make any sense.
Think about it. The sky is huge, isn't it? Because when you put the moon in it, I mean, it's tiny and minuscule compared to the rest of the sky. There's masses of sky without the moon in it. It's only a little tiny weeny bit of the sky with the moon in it.
That's right, Karen, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Traveling at 17,500 miles per hour. Yeah. Really
17.5. Okay. There it is.
25 times the speed of sound.
Well,
But
the creator had to put something up there.
isn't it? I was telling Christian earlier when I was talking to him, I said, we're a Blade Runner. We're like cyborgs or something. There's something not right. We're like living, I don't know. We just...
Oh, I know.
There's something not right.
I agree.
We're bought and sold, you know?
Yeah, that was a great movie, Blade Runner, because it really brought it home.
Except Harrison Ford was one of them.
Oh yes. Oh, I was going to bring this up. I'm sorry. Who was the actor who managed to get the COVID virus in the beginning? Harrison Ford.
Yes.
Really? Yeah, that's right. And then followed by Tom Hanks.
Yes.
And then Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks. Yes, he got it right after that.
Do you know what? When I was a bit younger, you know, I used to look at him and I think, God, he'd make such a brilliant president. The moment he opens his mouth nowadays, he sounds like an idiot.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't even know what.
You know, this man, I sort of, you know, he had quite, you know, some of those acting roles were quite serious, and he talks now, and all it is he's pretending to be funny all the time, and he isn't. It's just, and then you don't even know if you're watching him or a cartoon. I think it's a cartoon most of the time, so it probably isn't him anyway.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, because he spent his whole life pretending, and now they've got no use for this scumbag anymore. What can he do?
Yeah, and exactly, Jen, and that's the problem with these actors and actresses. You know, I mean, they've been chosen to, portray a lie. Exactly.
But they do keep a good lie, because not one of them's come forward and said, I was held hostage basically all my life. They made me as an actor for all these other people. They don't come forward, do they?
But I mean, you're absolutely right, Kara. But they don't know what they're doing, though. I mean, you know, they're just actresses, and they just don't know what damage they're doing to the population.
From psychological stress.
Yeah.
No. They're damaged.
Yeah, but they're doing that to us, aren't they? They're giving us, they're giving us psychological stress.
They're doing it to themselves as well. You know what I mean? They've lived a lie. That's not living, is it?
And they're putting all that on the humans.
And I really feel...
And themselves.
Yeah, don't feel sorry for them. They took the money.
Exactly.
I know. And they're living large. But they'll always regret.
I don't feel sorry for them at all.
They don't have any. They can't have a soul. Whoever, even if it's like someone says, "Well, look, we're just going to take a picture of you, and then we're going to make that into 25 other people. We're going to make you thinner and fatter, and long hair, and blonde, and dark, and all that." Yep. Because they've given their face, unless none of these people exist, and so everybody were looking at. Okay, we see Tom Hanks and Katy Perry and all those people, but they were never real people in the first place.
Right. Sorry.
Where's Virtec? Is he there?
He's there. I explained to my sons, right, that look, when you see those tennis players, yeah, when they have their quick break and they're wiping their hands, wiping the grip of the tennis racket with the towel, then they wipe their face, and then they pick up that plastic cup with the Coca-Cola on it, and they're drinking. I said to my kids, "Is he drinking Coca-Cola?" And I said, "If you're playing football or whatever and you drink Coke, what happens to your stomach?" He goes, "Yeah, it gets bloated up. You can't perform." Is he drinking Coca-Cola? No, he's not drinking Coca-Cola, but yeah, he's getting money to advertise so you drink Coke. He doesn't drink Coke ever he never drinks Coke. Okay?
Exactly.
So can you see, I said, if that was Daddy, if Daddy was playing tennis, you know what you'd see Body Shop. That's what you'd see. You wouldn't see Daddy promoting Coca-Cola. You see Daddy promoting Body Shop, where they don't test on animals, use this product. Not.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's what all these famous people do.
I've never bought them Coke in my life. Not once. Not once did I buy them any.
Well.
Yeah.
No, just stay away. Sugar, bad. I mean, that's what. I mean, it is amazing. And that's why I go back to Hollywood. And that's why I always hit Hollywood, because they are all sold out. Every one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Edward Bernays psychology, like you said earlier. Edward Bernays.
If Tom Hanks came right here in my car, I would
slap him for me. Would you slap him for me?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, literally, I'm not. I don't like these people. I mean, because they're all sold out. They had to do this. They got chosen. They have been chosen to play a part, and to deceive us.
And they're all related, aren't they? One way or another, they're all related.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, Karen. Absolutely, and all the presidents are too.
It doesn't matter whether you're a musician or an actor or you're in politics. No. They're all related.
No. Fuck.
Right.
I mean, it's so bad. I mean, it just sucks. I really like living on a globe. It was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, you used to believe them. You didn't question things.
No, I didn't. Why? Why would you question anything? Why would they be deceiving us? Everything is nice here. We live on a ball.
Yeah, when we grew up, it was war films, wasn't it? Or Space 1999.
Cece, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why would Tom Hanks come in your car?
Well, he would just, if he did, I would tell him to go fuck off. Leave me alone.
I don't think you got it.
No, I didn't get it.
No, I got it.
What is it? Explain it to me. I didn't get it.
I didn't get it. All right, explain.
So why would Tom Hanks come in your car?
Oh, man. Now I get it. All right, Virtec Channel, rated R, no adults.
Rated X.
Oh, no.
He's definitely not doing that, is he, Cece?
Supervision immediately.
Cece, he's definitely not doing that, isn't he?
No, he's not. Tom Hanks is doing that right now.
I did a video, and I'm not saying it happens all the time because they're just weirdos, but his wife was him.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
It's like a nightmare. It's like, what? Get me out of here, please. I'm in the wrong place.
Sorry. I'm fucking dying over here.
I know. It'd be really nice if we could all meet each other and it's all real and, you know, like everything we're living in is plastic and unreal.
Yeah.
You realize if we were all around a table right now, we could sit there for like a week.
Yes.
I mean, we're not talking hours here. We're talking a week.
I know.
We'd have to have a big group hug, first of all.
Yes.
Exactly.
A big shout to all those in the YouTube, you know, in the chat room there, clicking away.
Yes.
Thanks very much, guys. Thanks for paying attention and that, you know. I wanted to say more, but, you know, everyone's got something to say, so I'm going to take a back seat. So there you go. Never mind.
And not just that, we would love to say a lot more, and you've got to sort of code everything, and, you know, like we'd be different if we were allowed to open our mouths. We're not really allowed to say anything.
I know.
I know. I was careful. Sorry.
Yes, you were careful.
Was I careful? Okay.
Just about, Cece. Just about.
Okay. All right. But everything is good, though. I mean, if you want to take the vaccine, you should take it. If you want to wear a face mask, yes, it is protective. It just YouTube should understand that. And that's it.
Well, when I ask people who are wearing it, most people wearing it can't breathe properly.
I know.
Some
they
people
can't.
kind of got used to wearing it because they have to for work and that, but they just say they struggle with the breathing bit.
Well, Karen,
we had a Danish football player collapse in the football European football tournament in Europe. Today,
you're cutting out.
They collapsed, and they had to postpone.
Jin, you're cutting out.
Now, that could be.
They took him away. Damn it. We
heard what you said. Yeah, we heard what you said about that. Yeah, not good.
I heard that. Yes.
One of the first cases actually was a woman who had a face mask on and she fainted and she got in a car accident and she died.
Oh my
this was like a year and a half ago in New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
I believe that was the first, but nobody ever heard of it. You know, I mean, it was, you know.
Well,
I mean,
Cece, didn't you know that breathing is just for conspiracy theorists?
Oh, come on.
That's right.
You struck my chord here. Don't get me fucking
Hang on a second, guys. Breathing is only for the 1%, remember?
There you go.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the Georgia one kill us all, don't they?
Yes. That's
but
right.
Dr. Fauci said wear 2 masks. All right, that'll protect you.
Yes.
And if you want to wear that, that's fine. I don't. That's your choice.
Why stop at 2?
Yeah, exactly. Get a bubble. The bubble boy. It was one of my videos. Just fucking completely cover yourself in a bubble. That's great. Oxygen right here. Oxygen is on. So I'm going to sell the bubble boy.
Right. It will look like we're living on the moon.
I know.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Non-protective. I'm going to sell them $59.95.
I know, it looks like a spacesuit the way they want us to go around. Awful. But yeah,
it's actually cruel to humanity. It's cruelty to humanity. That's what I think.
I agree.
No, it's sad. It really is sad. But they're falling for it, and they here they are.
Yes.
You're seeing it.
People, you know, they're going, get away from me and all this, you know, it's horrible, really.
Holy shit, I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm here to see this. I can't believe that I can even walk up to somebody and shake their hand right now here in New York. Isn't that amazing, Amy? I mean, really, I mean, you know, here in this country,
exactly,
that you can't go up to your fucking neighbor and give them a hug or shake their hand. You know, like something you've always done. Yes. Not that I would want to hug my neighbor anyway, fuck him. But I mean, at least shake his hand. You know, hey, what's up, Bill?
I know.
You know, now they're just pulling away. They don't even want to walk on the same sidewalk, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
I don't know what my beloved dad would be doing because he loved to shake hands, and he
Yeah.
had a handshake that could maybe break your fingers. He loved
Yes, there
a
you go.
strong handshake, and if he had to be doing those elbow beeps or whatever,
It's unacceptable. It's
Look,
I mean, this is like a business meeting, you know. I mean, you shake that person's hand, you know who that person is. If it's a
that's
weak
right.
handshake, he's weak.
It's
You know,
in
now
a
you
way,
can't even.
even though it's done business like that's contact, isn't it? Contact.
Yeah, it's exactly, Carrie. It's contact.
Yes.
You know, and we don't have that anymore right now. I mean, they're just too afraid.
Yes, it's all.
I just said to this yesterday. I said to this young man in the 7-Eleven, "You scared of the what? You scared, are you?" Because he's got his mask on. I said, "I haven't worn a mask now.
Jen, you're breaking up.
Really?" I said, "Yeah. What for?" Sorry, I said, "What for?" I said, "There's nothing to be scared of. What are you scared of, right?" I said, "I haven't been sick in 39 years. 39 years, I haven't been sick, not once." He said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." So why? I'm not going to take the jab. I don't need it. You need it? Do you need it really? And then, you know, he was looking at me. I said, "Yeah." You've got to start to think. What are you scared of? It's that dangerous.
Exactly.
People touch a tree or a flower because it's covered. They'd be covered with it. The flowers and the trees and the grass. It's just stupid, isn't it?
Everything would be covered with it.
You wouldn't be able to
The cash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean,
Mind
everything.
you, you know what? Like lately, I've been doing videos where they were burying people like these cast iron caskets, which look a bit similar to the ones in Egypt, and they could be Roman, and there's all this. And they were sealed in this thing. So basically, the humans are finding out more and more and more information, which we know doesn't add up, and that other civilizations far greater than us. So I suppose they've had to do something.
Yeah, they had to. I mean, they had to. They let this out. They wouldn't let Flat Earth out. When I first got into Flat Earth, I mean, it was amazing because, I mean, my suggestion.
If they grasped it and incorporated it, within a couple of years, the hype for it would have been over and everybody would have just carried on. But shutting it out makes us feel like we must be right then.
Of course we are. I mean, look at my channel. I do nothing. I just talk. Okay? That's all I do. I talk in my fucking car.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm driving to work, that's all I do. And they're fucking, you know, monetizing my channel? For what? What am I doing? Because speaking is very powerful.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to do.
That's right.
Well, that's partly what this hangout's about, isn't it? With us all trying to, in a roundabout way, have our say. Yeah.
That's right.
I think we covered more than 2 hours than anybody in. I mean, really.
Well,
I mean, this is college education, right? We're beyond college right now. This is master's degree. Okay.
And the other thing is, as Solzhenitsyn said, when they were sitting around in the gulags, shivering to death, they used to talk to each other about, why didn't we speak out when we still could?
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's where we are right now. Just we have so many people surrounding us right now that are just, I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I did say we've got nowhere to go and we're on our own, really.
And not really. Not really,
No,
Karen.
we are,
I mean,
we haven't got a body like NASA behind us or anything like that. You know, whatever's happening is all on their side. So it's the people that are left.
I know. It's perfect, though. I mean, that's how they set up this whole entire system. I mean, they control space. They control Antarctica. You know, I mean, so those are the the biggest areas that they can control. And they controlled it. And they've shut it down. Well, we can't go up into space. If I build a rocket, I can't go up there. You know, they're going to shut me down because of permits and nonsense like that. If I try to go down to Antarctica and try to touch God, you know, the dome, they're going to shut that down. because I can't. I mean, I'll take a ship down there. It's going to cost me $20,000, and I can run around with the penguins, but I can't run around the flat, icy land down there.
That's right.
And
yeah.
People,
Right.
you know,
You
they
can't
just
explore
don't
it. You can't
understand
explore. Yeah,
No,
you can't explore.
you can't explore anything.
That's right.
I can't take a battleship down there and take a couple of helicopters. I mean, you just can't.
No,
And
you blown out,
the
you blown
billionaire,
out of the sky. Who are you talking about?
yeah. So,
Yeah.
so they shut those two areas down, and that's it. So they shut everybody off, and this is all we have where we live.
That's right.
I wonder how
Kingdom
far
and the
you could
terrorists,
sail.
and they just missile you're down in the water, man. Yeah, go on, Karen.
I wonder how far, Jin, you know, like on that side of it, how far you could sail out that way. And I wonder how far you could sail out past Hawaii. I wonder what happens when you keep going.
Me
We
too.
just keep going until you meet the ice wall, of course.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's 60,000 miles, I think they did back in 1948.
man.
Yeah, 60,000 miles. And he traversed that entire area. And that's what you're going to bump into, the ice wall, no matter which way you go.
And when you bump into the ice wall, you know no human being made that. And, you know, it just reminds you that the Earth as a flat plane was created for us, and we need to be getting on with it, with one another. Destroy, get rid of them.
Yes.
Stop voting for your demise.
Exactly.
Get out there. Strip the police of their uniform and weapons. Throw them in the dungeon. Yeah, you know, you didn't protect us.
Arrest the people in the observatories.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And that's
Arrest all the actors.
Hey, I like some of the actors out there.
All the band members. Everybody who's lying. All need to be taken away.
Oh yeah, done.
They need flat Earth therapy. They need flat Earth psychiatric treatment. That's what they need.
Yes.
Or what we could do is, as they say, trying to tell us that space is real. All we do is put them in those fake rockets, and then when they're up there, they all blow up. So that'll be the end of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
But Karen, I have a question for you. If NASA's lying, then why is NASA everybody knows that the Earth is flat from NASA? That's a question I always get, which is just so funny because it's such bullshit. Because no, okay, NASA's lying, and there's only about 2% of the people. The only people that know are to the trajectory area. You know, the people who work in the computers, the IT guys, they know that the Earth is flat, and the astronauts. And that's it. And that's what I get. This is what I get on my comments. And I'm like, fuck you.
What's the question then, Cece?
Oh, that was my question, but I answered it. So.
Yeah, that would be my dad.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just that's like a comment that I get on my videos all the time. I mean, it's just, you know, if NASA's lying, then all of NASA's lying? No, not all of NASA is lying. They don't know. These guys who are building these rockets, they don't know what the fuck is going on. For all they know, it's going up to Mars or the moon. Who the fuck cares? They're building the rockets.
Yeah, well, that movie, Saturn 1, that was pretty much explained it all, didn't it?
Capricorn one.
Capricorn.
Capricorn one, yeah. I mean, it's right there. And that movie was actually a low-budget movie, too. And it wasn't meant to be really big at all.
No. The director was motivated because he thought the moon landings were rubbish hoax. He could put a better one. That was his motivation, I'll tell you that.
Exactly. And that's exactly what his motivation was, to make a movie to fake Mars. And here we are. I mean, this is it. And we're probably, you think they're going to do it, though? I don't think they're going to die.
Yeah, but that could have been revelation of method, if you know what that means.
Yes, I do. I see where you're getting at this.
Yeah.
Now, my question is, do you think that they're actually going to try to do it? There's no way.
Try.
I was devastated when Trump said that, and he said that they were going to go back to the moon and all that. Oh my God.
Sorry,
I mean, apart from the rovers and all that other bullshit, which is complete nonsense. But I mean, do you think they're going
to do that? That's definitely going to look. This is when you'll know. You'll know when they do the moon landing with the first woman to land on the moon. 2026 entrepreneur, Mr. Maezawa, with 6 or 7 other artists. It's called the Dare Moon Project. They're going to use Elon Musk's Starship, and they're going to go fly by the moon and come back. Then you got the first woman landing on the moon. And in the meantime, NASA recently just won a contract, to just two missions to Mars, 2028, 2030, right? And then you've got the Mars mission, 2028. They can't put these rockets up fast enough. And then you've got Johnny come latelys, India.
Exactly, Jen, exactly. That's what I've been talking about. They've been launching these things off for the last 3 months into the Pacific Ocean, for crying out loud. I mean, it just every week I get a notification on my phone. I don't know how. Google set me up with this. I have no idea. Probably just to piss me off, to get me to do more videos, I think. So for some reason or another, Google is notifying me on every launch that's been taking off. It's been going on for like fucking, I don't know what, a year now. Look, every month.
I've just
Hang on a second. It's very important to remember this, yeah? They can't get the rockets up quick enough, hence this new company called Relatively Space. They're going to be making rockets in 2 to 4 months. So, that's the plan. They want to get these rockets up, keep us all invested in rockets, and space is real. Yeah? That's what's going on, man.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I hope that Neptune is going to get fed up with all these rockets landing in the sea in his backyard. And Neptune will come out and sort out NASA, hopefully.
Yeah.
That is very, I'll tell you, that's a very expensive
what Neptune will do, he will come out and then say, summons the Kraken. And then the Kraken's going to come from under the water. It's horrible.
Oh, you're just fooling around.
Summons the Kraken. I've had it. Enough is enough.
Ooh. Damn it. Jay, that was great. That was nice.
Yeah,
can I just say we've been going now for 2.25 hours?
Oh, wow.
I can't believe it. It just feels like we only came on 5 minutes ago.
I know, right?
I haven't even begun to talk yet. We're talking about.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this could go on for 7 days.
Yes.
Look, it's been a long while since we got together, and I said at the very beginning, have I got some rants for you? I've got so many rants. Explode.
You're getting me started. I'm going to get Karen in trouble. Okay, so don't get me started. I'm sitting right here, enjoying myself.
As we're coming up to like the end part, do you want a few minutes each talking then, and then you can say what you've got to say? Just don't mention the you know what.
I can. I'm going to sit here silent. I'm just enjoying.
Wait, Amy can go first because Amy doesn't go first. Amy, have you enjoyed our hangout?
I have. It's been really nice reconnecting with everybody, with Jen and Cece and Virtec. I really enjoyed it. I like listening to everybody. And you all have so much wisdom to offer, and it's so nice talk to people that are awake, because in your own neighborhood, you don't really have, at least I don't really have people that are awake at all. And so it's really cool to be able to talk to you all. And I'm glad.
Yeah, they've got a sense of humour as well, haven't they, Amy?
Exactly. Yes, you need a sense of humor.
Well, Amy, it's a good thing you like listening, because you can't get a word in edgeways anyway.
Sorry, Amy. Yeah.
I love listening, and yeah, it's really cool, and yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I was just going to add one thing that we were talking about Hollywood. I have a cousin that he went to Hollywood. He's probably in his 70s now, and he went out to Hollywood years ago, and he gets to play different. He never gets any leading roles or anything. He'll get little roles in some movies here and there. And my grandmother, when she was living, it was her nephew, she would always call us up if he got a role in something and say, please be sure to watch, because he's going to be in this movie, but it would be something not that popular or whatever. So I guess he didn't have to participate in what the major Hollywood people, that we were talking about earlier. He didn't have to bow to whatever or bow down to whatever, but he hasn't made it big over in Hollywood. But I guess he just really enjoys it. But I said, I asked my daughter, I said, do you think I should mention to him? I only speak to him on Facebook, but about like Karen shows the deep fakes and stuff of the different actors and so forth. But my daughter said, no, don't even mention it, because he's too old. He's not going to understand it or something like that. So I was going to say, did you know that people are playing each other out there or whatever?
Exactly.
My daughter said, no, Mom, don't go there. He's not going to know what you're even talking about. So, but yeah, but it's been really fun talking to you all. So,
yeah, likewise.
Amy.
Yes. Absolutely, Amy.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Amy, thanks so much.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Cece next.
I'll go next.
No, wait a minute. Cece's next.
No, I'll go next, because
Jin wants to go next.
Oh, Jin, go on then.
I'll go next. I've got to go upstairs.
Jin goes next then. Go on, Jin.
Sorry, you know why? Look, it's 6 o'clock here. I've got to start to get things ready. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, if you look at the time. It's now coming up to 7 in the morning.
2:22. Yeah, that's right.
Right, so I've got to go first, because I've got things to do. Yeah, you're coming to the end of your day. I'm starting my day, so logically I should be going next. Okay, logically, put that in your hat and remember that one. Now, basically, all I'm going to say is this: it's been great talking to you guys, but let me put a big thank you to the guys and dolls who are in the chat room, banging away with all the comments. Thank you very much. Yes, you're all on point. So that's very important to say. Now, the thing about the combustion engine, as we spoke about, the combustion engine is a wicked and beautiful invention by man. And when you look at it in its rawness, nothing's wrong with it. The problem is the carcinogenic fuels that they have to run on. Because if you run it on hemp, it will run forever, clean as a whistle. Okay, that's one point. Secondly, you've got to start to economize, folks. I know some of you are already doing it. When you go out and you do your shopping and you get your bleach and your fairy liquids to wash your dishes, don't just use it neat. Get another bottle, decanter it into that, make a 2 bottle. There you're saving money.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with the bleach. You could make 3 bottles from the 1 bottle. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. You got 3 for the price of 1. Start doing these sort of things. Start economizing.
Just dilute it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Dilute it. Exactly. It's time to do that, folks. These are the things you need to be doing to save yourself the little bit pennies. You've got to start to economize. Stop using Amazon and any other big conglomerates. Go to the mama and pop and say to them, the reason I'm coming to you is because You got the Amazons. They're lying that they're going to the moon. So you're flat smacking. You're putting money in their pocket, and everything's looking good. Yeah, this is what you got to start to do. Start communicating with your community, shops, the local shops, the corner shop. If it's still around, go back to them. It might cost you a bit more, but there's more integrity and more honor in that move than following the system. You've got to go reverse. It's time. Do not be voting for your demise. This is what I'm going to say
exactly.
here. And another point. Yeah. It was going to be with the combustion engine. Yeah, sorry. They're talking about, they've been in Britain, you've got to pay two types of tax. The low emission zones and then the ultra low emission zones. So you're getting like a 24 pounds to 30 pound tax every day you travel through central London. Okay. Now the point is they're talking about the deaths coming due to the particulates that are coming out of the exhaust pipe. Do you know that there is not one single death that can be recorded from such particles? So the government has lied. Secondly, the nitrogen oxide that they're talking about that's coming out the exhaust pipe, you breathe in more nitrogen oxide when you're in your house with your boiler and when you start to cook with your gas. Your gas cooker is killing you more than you're ever going to get from any traffic jam. It's a big scam there, folks. Start to wake up. On that note, I've got loads more to say, but on that note, I'll end it there. And thanks, everybody. I'm looking forward to seeing you again or speaking to you again soon, folks. Enjoy.
Oh, thank you, Jin. Thank you.
Yeah, great talking, Jin.
Yes.
Jin, you just got me started with multiple videos and everything. I'll tell you, because you were absolutely right. And thank you. I love talking to you, man. Good friend.
I love you too, man.
Hey.
You know
Cece, do you want to carry on talking then?
I don't know what to say.
Thank you for making us laugh. Your laugh makes me laugh.
Yes.
I'm just really happy to be here. And all right, I want to tell everybody if they want to wear a face mask in their car alone, then they should. You know, they feel protected. They're secure, like a nice secure blanket. Is the best thing I can say. Right. But other than that, no. I just don't get me started. I'm
I know.
Obviously.
That's how I am too.
We're with you, Cece, so don't worry. Is that all you're going to say then?
I think so. That might be a good ending.
He said a lot already. He said a lot earlier. He made a load of good points earlier. Yeah. So yeah.
Thank you, Cece.
All right. Thank you, Karen.
That's right, my darling. Virtec.
When you're not here, there's a massive hole in the group. Okay. When you're not here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they only want to come on with you, Cece. They don't care about me and Amy. They just want you to come on.
You're always welcome. Absolutely.
Anyway, thanks for that. Virtec.
Yeah, well, I just like to say that I reckon Jin's going on about, you know, petrol cars all right because he wants a Ferrari.
No, Ferrari at all. I want a Lamborghini.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, come on, go with the. You want a Lamborghini? Come on, that's.
I'm a Lamborghini man. I'm a Lamborghini man. Lamborghini man.
Dream on, dream on.
Anyway, all I'd like to say is
go with a Bugatti.
They have been performing the most amazing fear propaganda on us all now for a year and a half, and fear is like the worst disease. It really is, and I would like people just to ignore all the stuff they're trying to do to get you frightened and pess up over this, that, and the other, and just enjoy yourself. Be creative. You know, say hi to friends, and just put all that fear stuff out of your mind, because it's wicked.
It is, yes.
Well done. Well said. And that's absolutely true. And that's the problem with everybody, you know, because they had this fear, and it's all around us, and it's not going away. I mean, media, news, it's there.
The fear thing is a bad thing, though, isn't it? That's how they've got everybody, is through fear.
Exactly.
No, you're absolutely right, Karen. I mean, that's
Well,
really what it's all about.
Virtec said it, but that's it. It's all through fear.
Yeah.
Who is it who said the only thing to fear is fear itself?
There you go.
Yeah, that was Roosevelt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, shall we?
I know it all, man. I know it all.
Oh, carry on.
No,
Well, no, that's all I want to say. It's very nice to actually get together with our little group again. I really enjoy it. And I wish the very best to the group I'm talking to, and everyone who's listening to this premiere. And I send love and greetings to everybody, and have a great night, morning, or whatever it is you're experiencing at the moment.
Yeah,
that's right.
Absolutely, thank you.
Don't vote for your demise. Do not vote for your demise. It's if you're awake, then you know you don't go to the the voting station, the polling station. You don't go there.
Well, Jin, I in Santa Cruz, I once saw this great bumper sticker that said, "If God had meant us to have elections, He would have given us candidates."
Yeah.
There you go. Excellent, excellent. And in my country, Greece, the electors were not elected by the population. They were just elected because they had to be. And that's how, you know, in Greece, that's how it was. It's like, okay, oh great, I'm on the ballot, and now I'm elected. I mean, it's, you know, it really is amazing, because there was no voting in Greece at all.
Yeah.
And they were just elected, and I don't want to become mayor.
Yeah.
I don't want to
remember that they credit Greece with the democracy, but that's absolute and complete BS. It's been around for the tribes, and if you look at it today, only the ancient tribes that exist today have democracy. They're the ones living with the democracy. They don't have that much high tech because they don't need it. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
sorry.
You know, it wasn't the Greeks.
Do you think we should just finish now, and then if you want to carry on talking for a bit afterwards, carry on?
No, hang on, Karen, what about you? You haven't said anything, Karen.
Well, I bring the gang out together. I don't know. I'm always talking. It's about you lot, so it's fine by me. I know it's all right.
No, come on, we want.
Well, what I want to say is that I want to say thank you very much for being here. It isn't easy getting everybody together because we're all different time zones, different days. But
yes.
I know that we're a good group of friends, and thank you very much, everybody, for being here.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Love over here.
Yeah, I love you guys.
Thank all those in the chat room, man. Yeah. If I was with you,
Karen, you
know that.
You do a great job. It must be like herding cats.
Oh no, you're a lovely set of people. But let's carry on. If you want to talk when we finish the hangout. But for the hangout, thank you, Amy. Thank you, Cece. Thank you, Jin. Thank you, Virtec. Thank you, chat room. Mwah!
Thank you, Virtec. Thank you, CC. Thank you, Karen.
Virtec. Jin.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, CC.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Virtec, Karen.
Yeah. What Jin said.
Thank you, chat room.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all about the chat room, because they can't be here with us. Yeah.
Right.
No, we were here. They were listening to us having the here.
Yes.
Anyway, it's been really great fun. I've really enjoyed it. And don't go because we'll talk off air. But for the on air, thank you very much, everybody.